Hello, and welcome to Kickin and Crocs, the podcast. Where we talk about martial arts stuff,
Geeky stuff.
and I drink out of a Perry the Platypus mug.
And all sorts of stuff.
All sorts of stuff.
My name is Steve, one half of Kickin and Crocs.
I am Dave, the other half of Kickin and Crocs.
And Nick, the shadow half of Kickin and Crocs.
And Crocs Lego with a K.
With a K is
Crocs,
also sitting behind us, as he always is.
He just chills.
What episode did I start saying the shadow half? I don't even remember what episode that was because it
Like
wasn't the
3?
original.
I can
Yeah.
find
3 or
it.
4?
I shall find it.
No,
It
you're
was-
chatting
it,
today.
It was episode 3 or 4.
I
No,
shall
don't
find
sync
it.
it to your phone world
Not now.
tonight.
You're
I
chatting.
want to
now.
find it. I'm interested now. I think it was either 5 or 6.
Ooh, deeper into the.
So happy
podcast.
Hanukkah, everybody. Happy
Happy
Hanukkah.
Hanukkah. I like that. There you go.
Hanukkah. So if you don't know the story of Hanukkah, it was
You
when...
get 10 Crocs and light each one of them on fire every
And the
day.
Crocs should not have lasted when crossing the desert, but somehow the cross light held up.
Oh my
Their
god.
feet
I am
protected.
very confused.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody's following this, but I'm following it. Thank
Anybody
goodness.
who's Jewish is following it just fine.
Yeah, done. Sold. But happy Hanukkah to everyone out there.
Yes, happy Hanukkah. Hanukkah has begun.
Yes.
You know,
and-
this year, they might have done it in previous years, but this year, for sure, as I was shopping Crocs, as I'm known to do, there are Hanukkah Crocs.
Well, I
So
I've seen-
explain
yeah,
what
we have Jewish student. We have a Jewish student. That
like
wears-
are they?
So you know how we have Christmas Crocs?
Yeah.
They're Hanukkah
So
Crocs.
what is the design?
They're like blue with menorahs and the Star of David and all sorts of
Nice.
cool Hanukkah themed.
That's
dreidel
cool.
somewhere on there.
Not obviously he's not wearing them now, but that's really cool.
I don't
Okay.
own them.
Do they have now? Do they
I was
have?
forbidden from getting them.
Do they have?
I'm not going
Jibbitz?
to name names.
You've been forbidden from getting a lot
But
of things.
the episode 50 girl, who will be on our podcast on episode 50, you heard it here
Name,
first.
name rhymes with Elsie.
We're trying to convince her to come on the podcast.
She
for
will be
episode
on.
50.
Now, is there
We have
a
4 more
menorah
weeks.
gibbet, like a flat
no,
one?
no. But
No,
I'm sure there is.
Yeah,
But
so-
not
so
on the
there might be.
Hanukkah Croc.
It doesn't come with it, is what.
Correct.
Got it.
You
Okay.
gotta buy
Okay.
it separately.
And I'm asking because with the other holidays, sometimes you can buy like the fully loaded
Yeah,
Croc
it has
and the
the
gibbets are
Christmas
loaded.
Crocs
Yeah, the
already
Christmas
have
Crocs
them
are
in
fully
there.
loaded.
Some of
The
them could be.
ones
Yeah.
You
yeah.
copied my style with, just the.
I can't wait. I didn't wear them yet. I got them. They're sitting there waiting to be put on.
We're wearing them to the Christmas party.
Yes. You have to listen. Nicole bought them as a gift. She saw that they were on a discount and got
You
them.
didn't say that
The-
before.
oh, I'm
He
sorry. I
did-
did.
he did
I thought I
not.
did.
No.
Did not.
I didn't.
No,
Oh,
no,
I'm
you
sorry.
did not.
Oh yeah, I didn't buy them.
Okay, gotcha.
Nicole
Makes me
saw
feel
them,
better.
and think about it. So Nicole's feeding the addiction.
She's feeding into it.
She says
yeah.
that's the first pair of
What
Crocs
we
that
need
she
to do,
directly
though,
bought.
is
So it's cool.
we need to get somebody to have the same ones as me. That way there's 2 and 2.
Lauren. She already expressed that she liked yours a lot.
Oh, there you go.
there
Done.
you
That's
go,
an
there
easy
you
one.
go.
That was an
Good
easy
for
sell.
Lauren. Yeah.
Good luck to Lauren, by the way, who's got a jam-packed educational week this week.
Apparently,
She's
yeah.
got 3 midterms. She's got 2 quizzes. She's got resume writing. She's got a presentation to do,
And a partridge in a pear
and a
tree.
partridge in a pear tree.
No.
packed.
And a
So,
sidekick in front of the tree.
ooh,
Which
don't
speaking of,
look at the
speaking-
teaser.
I'm
teaser.
not going to say anymore. They already know that line because that line is the same as the one that was last year. But
It was.
we have officially recorded the entirety of the 12 Days of Kickmas version 2. It's been
It's
recorded.
true. It's true. It was
has
painful.
been
And
recorded.
it's
It has been sung, and it took us only 3 takes. I
That-
was surprised.
That is
Shockingly
insanely quick.
It took us very long.
Yeah, well, we were listening to it. We were having a
Actually,
good time.
it took less time than I anticipated.
Honestly, I was thinking this was going to be a
I thought it was
2
gonna be an
hour to
all-nighter.
3 hour thing. Me too.
I thought it was going to be an all-nighter. I was like, oh, we're going to be up here until
We had a
3
couple.
a.m.
We had a couple close moments.
I have a
but no, we
found
really-
respect for choir boys and you know,
Like recording artists,
Yeah.
things of that nature.
Jeez.
Maybe. I don't know.
Weird Al
Well-
Yankovic and anybody.
yeah,
else. Like,
yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's it was interesting.
But it was a fun time. The lyrics are
Hanukkah.
really fun.
What did you do to celebrate Hanukkah?
So
today?
yeah, so my wife and I,
Sorry.
said to celebrate Hanukkah, we did what any good Jewish family would do: is we bought a Christmas tree.
That's right over there.
Yes. So I guess my question is that even acceptable?
Oh yeah. So I mean, I'm technically not Jewish. So my mother is Catholic, my father is Jewish. Raised Catholic, obviously, communion, confirmation. That's what I did. But by Jewish law, you take your mother's religion. So in the eyes of Judaism, I'm not Jewish.
You are nothing to them.
And here's the reality: a Christmas tree has nothing really to directly relate to Christianity either.
No.
It's not. So it's
It makes the
not
house
like it
smell
all
nice.
says it. Yes. So you have a live tree.
He does.
I always do the
Yeah.
live tree. So
Smells great.
So we were, an allergy kid. My parents still got live trees.
I love
We
that.
talked
They
about
were
that,
directly. Yeah, we told the story. We were directly
Yeah.
told no carpet, no this, no that. They kept their carpet because they liked it. We still did live Christmas trees, and they took my stuffed animals away. But I did 1 year with a fake tree, and I was like, never again. Christmas is dead. And then I got a real tree.
I have a fake tree for those of you that are out there like, oh, Dave is bashing us for having fake trees.
do
no,
as well,
there's
yeah.
benefits
No,
to
I
both.
am.
My son has also have really heavy allergies, and we already punish him enough with having him in Boy Scouts, which he loves, but he's allergic to the outdoors. So we're trying to
life.
Yes, exactly. Life outside of the walls.
There was
you know.
so I was talking to Master Paul, who got inundated with a bunch of stuff. So his fake Christmas tree stayed up longer than he anticipated. And there's so I showed him, somebody you can buy a ghost sheet that goes over your Christmas tree. So if you have a fake Christmas tree, you have it up for Halloween. You just put the ghost over it, you take it off.
I am
That's
liking
really
that.
cool.
Yeah.
I'm liking
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So you just
Is
leave
there
it up.
turkey parts to put on for Thanksgiving?
I bet not.
I mean-
because we talked about this before in the past.
No, I think there is. I think there's ways to decorate it for multiple holidays.
I'm sure
We're finding it,
They
Steve.
could probably do it themselves.
Find it, Steve.
We'll find it.
we can make it
happen.
ourselves.
We could. Yeah, we could make that happen. I think that's
I use a
that's
fake tree
perfect.
too. Yeah.
Oh, you do? You?
Yeah.
Now, what do you
not up
guys
yet.
do about
Yeah.
the decorating? Is it like what's your decorating style for your tree?
Just ragtag ornaments.
Ornaments. What
Well,
do
I
you mean
asked.
decorating
No,
style?
because
Well,
so
some people
we
have,
spray
like-
paint
no,
this.
no, no. Some people do. No,
they do that white
They,
spray,
yeah, the white,
snow
silver. Yeah.
I know that some people have like a Christmas tree that's symmetrically ornamented. It has like the garland and the stuff like that. No, we just throw all like
We
the
do-
homemade family ornaments.
So-
the ones we've bought and
Nice.
use the same
So
thing.
we used
for
to
every
do. We used to
single
do.
years and
It's
stuff
funny
like
how
that.
time changes because like the big thing when I was a kid was every year we got an ornament,
Okay.
and we would go to the Hallmark store, the card
Yeah.
store,
Yeah.
or the
which-
Christmas tree
And get
shop.
that year's.
Yeah.
and you would buy.
I'm so mad they're going out of business.
You would do different
Lewis.
things.
Christmas tree shop.
They're out. They're
Yeah,
gone.
I know. Yeah. Christmas
They're already
tree
gone.
store,
Can't go
Bed
there.
Bath and Beyond. A lot of their locations got shut down. Oh wow,
That's crazy.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, Bed Bath Beyond's gone too.
Dag nabbit, I was
Yeah.
going to shop
I
there
don't
and
know
was
if they're
getting a house.
completely gone, but a lot of the locations went down. Did you see McDonald's is coming out with a new business?
What?
Cosmix, COSMC.
I did see that. I did see that.
For McDonald's.
It's like Starbucks.
It's no Sonic. It's supposed to be like Sonic.
Oh, like Sonic.
Not
Whatever.
Sonic. Yeah, and it's like their primary delivery is like shakes, like different types of shakes, but then they have like a very off the wall menu. It goes from like burrito wraps to egg McMuffins.
So this came.
but it's
this came
McDonald's
up-
owned.
So this came up at Hanukkah tonight. So tonight we went over to my parents' house, light the menorah, that kind of thing. And then we're eating. My dad brought it up, and I was like, you know who else they just did business with? He's like, I said, come on, man, Crocs.
They did.
They just launched
McDonald's?
McDonald's
They
Crocs.
did.
Yeah.
Yep, they McDonald's
Oh, I
Crocs.
did
Not too-
see
not too
that
long ago.
commercial. Yes.
They literally look well, not look like, but the same color red as Ronald McDonald shoes.
Okay,
They
got
got-
it.
well, they
got
also
it.
have the Grimace.
The Grimace.
And
Yeah,
they
I
also-
saw the
Grimace
Grimace
ones.
as well.
And they
Yeah,
also
yeah.
have, I think, the
There's
hamburger.
gonna be
hamburger.
pictures of them on the screen right now.
But yeah,
Sweet.
I did not get those though either.
Well, they're
Yeah.
apparently McDonald's had a character called Cosmos, which is supposed to be like a little spaceship, and then like the hands and the feet come out of like the windows of the space.
Yeah, oh yeah, I
shuttle.
remember.
I didn't remember that at all,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
apparently that's what
I
it's based
barely
off of that
remember.
character.
Do you remember
Yeah,
when I
but
was a
not
kid?
any of Ronald's
so
friends.
you were
Yeah.
similar in age. Did you do McDonald's birthday parties when you were a kid?
I did.
I've been to them.
Did you?
I did.
Don't
when
forget,
they still
we-
had the big
well, there
outside,
was one.
yeah, the
there was
outside play
one-
area.
the playground area.
There was. Where's the nearest one here that has the playground area
They're
inside?
mostly gone.
It's
so,
There was
just the
tunnels
Chick-fil-A.
inside.
No, no, no.
has
So
it.
let me tell you.
Chick-fil-A
Let me
has
tell
it.
you.
There was
though.
a McDonald's in our area, or like at least within like an hour's drive, that had the tunnels inside. And stuff
Yeah, but
like
let me
that.
tell you,
don't know.
when I was a kid, the McDonald's, I think it was in Breck, had an outdoor play area.
Ooh,
I had
An
not, I had not been to
outdoor
one of
play
those.
area.
Mine
was
did not
amazing.
have that. Mine had the indoor, but not
Mine
the
had
outdoor.
the indoor tunnels. Like I used to do that.
And the ball
all
pit and all the stuff that, you know,
time. Yep. All pit.
diseases
Yep.
are made from. Got it.
Oh my goodness, it was yeah. Yep,
McDonald's.
exactly.
Yeah,
McDonald's.
I've never hosted one of those parties because we own the restaurant, so I wasn't allowed to have a party at any other eating place. You could be like, hey, maybe I'm going to have it. No.
Your father would be like,
No.
nope.
Yep, we're not having worse food for more money.
Did you see the video? At least 2 people show up. You were one of them. Of the guy hitting the heavy bag with the pizza dough.
I didn't see that. No. What's happening?
He's hitting a heavy bag. It was just funny video.
Oh,
funny
that's
video.
it? Just randomly
It was just
had
it
a
was
pizza
one of those
dough?
things. It's like the gymnast video
I'll have,
just
to, I'll, have
popped
to,
up.
I'll have to show
Never
it to
that
you.
good.
graceful.
It's never that good.
It's Rob showed it to me, and it's
the
it's
worst.
like a guy in a martial arts school, and he's slapping a heavy bag with pizza dough.
It was
and
pretty
in his
funny.
last move, he twirls. He's like, he throws the dough,
It reminded me. It was that kind of energy, though. It was that kind of energy in that video.
and
It
then
was
he's
just-
like, yeah.
I just pictured Dick being like, chef, I like pizza chefs or something so skillful. And then
Oh, no. I got to see the video now. Now we got to go watch it.
It's
that's
on there.
cool.
It's
Post a
fun
link
too.
to it.
I'll
That's
find
cool.
it. Yeah, Rob has it somewhere because he's like, oh, did you see that? Because that's how he presented to me. He comes into the school yesterday and he's like, hey, did you see that video of Nick training? I was like,
Of course. That's
I
what he
was
set that up.
I said, video of Nick training? I said, no, I didn't. And he's like, here. And it's the guy. It's like,
You know
I
what?
was
You
like, wow.
could make an extra thick dough, and we could do that. Like there's a way to make it denser.
need to
'Cause
do
if you
it.
ever watch some of those like
We'll
stunt
do-
pizza guy makers, they make the dough differently
Yes.
so that it won't rip. Because if you have a
Yes.
regular pizza guy,
do
right,
this now.
and regular dough that you'd be eating normally, you could only throw it up in the air a couple of times before it starts to over thin out, right? And that's when you get the pizzas where the sauce falls right through because they made it too thin. But you can actually make the dough denser. It's not going to be the tastiest dough, but you could flip it behind your back and all this stuff a lot easier because it won't rip on you.
We need to
Yeah.
do this. We need to. We have like a clip of that video playing, right?
A little
we
trick.
Do we have a clip of that video playing, and then it cuts to us, and we're like, okay, and then it just goes to Nick going.
Oh, we'll make it happen. We'll do it.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll ask my dad for his best like dense pizza recipe. What do we got for the dough?
He'd be like, hey, what you did it for?
Yeah, oh yeah, he'll come out and do it. My dad is a machine. He's so good at that stuff.
He has to
He's
be
so
wearing
good.
Crocs though.
He'll put on
We have
whatever.
to,
He's
it's
cool.
got to be a
He's
bag
easy
we're
going.
about to get rid of because it's going to get all doughed up.
Let's use Nick's bag.
I'm fine with it. No complaints
He has a
here.
bag at home.
It's like,
No
nobody
complaint.
uses that thing.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not worried about it. The little kids.
Yeah,
one.
my kids don't train karate anymore. Yeah.
No, Luca came once. He showed up to weapons.
He was there
today.
tonight. Yeah, how come he didn't
was.
spar? He should have sparred.
Yeah, we have a lot to do. Nah, not at all.
Well, it
He's
is
ready to
it
go.
is the season.
This
So
is
we
the
went to a
season
new Christmas.
reset.
So segue. Ew.
Yeah, he said,
We
"Where's
went
it-
to a
where's
new-
it go?"
I don't have that graphic yet. It'll happen eventually though.
What is a video of random people on Segways?
Oh, there's gotta
and
be.
then post it in.
A random gif of someone driving on a Segway.
That's it. That's all you need.
All right.
Not even. It doesn't have to be a GIF. It could literally like an interruption.
I'm glad
Segue.
everybody here says GIF correctly.
Is it wrong? Am I incorrect?
No, that's correct.
like I said,
Oh,
it's
okay.
correct.
No, you ever meet somebody that says GIF?
Yes.
No, really? I
Oh,
know.
there's people that say GIF, and I'm like,
It's not.
I was like, that's not how it's pronounced.
Oh,
It's
okay.
pronounced GIF. And then
It's
and then it gets into a
GIF.
complex argument. And then
So we've been
if you say
battling-
GIF, you're wrong.
Luca and I have been battling over not bad. Oh, Nicole's letting the dogs out. We're watching
let the
not,
dogs
Naruto
out?
right now, right? So we joke on how you say Naruto or not.
It's Naruto. Yeah, I'll say Naruto.
But so we've been going online and watching like different translations of it. So in Japanese it's Naruto. In English it's Naruto. Like they stop. Same thing with Sasuke. They say like Sasuke or something in certain translations. But then again in Japanese it's just Sasuke.
But you have to the Japanese you have to listen to closely sometimes because they don't always enunciate
Their
it
syllables are very
full
like,
on.
No, but I listened to it in the show and then I also did the pronunciation app.
Yeah.
And that's
Oh
how
yeah,
it
no,
comes out.
I
like,
know. I mean,
It's
Yeah,
like
that's
Asuka.
fine.
It's like
But
Asuka
like-
from
but
WWE.
like-
Asuka. She has a U in her name. They
Yes.
don't pronounce the U at all.
but what kills me is you're watching. You're an English speaking person. It's Naruto.
No,
Like,
but that's why I purposely left it and
Like-
listened to it in
Here's
its
the thing.
natural
Here's the
languages.
thing. People are saying like, oh, but the Japanese say it like this way, but they don't.
Well,
They say Naruto.
Yeah, Naruto.
And you're saying
It's not Naruto.
Naruto.
It's not Naruto. Yeah, and
it's Naruto.
it said
But-
That's how the
yeah.
Jap.
But-
No, that's not how they say
I
it.
will say it like this, and this is how I'll say it. If you are watching a dubbed version of Naruto,
I watched dubbed.
if you're watching dubbed, do not correct how I pronounce it because you are watching the worst version.
A pronouncing
with
version.
The worst voices.
No, I
with
like the
worst-
subtitle ones.
It's
Is that how it is for?
and I love when it's kids that are like, they're like, well, that's not how you say it. I'm like, you want me to tell you how it ends? I'll spoil the whole thing.
Yeah,
for you
I'm
because
ruining
I
it for
watched
you
it
right
15
now.
years ago when it came
No,
out.
it's funny. Yeah, and that's what I told Luca too. I said before I corrected Matt the day him and I talked about it because you were saying Naruto. I said I had to watch it and it's natural because I like to watch subtitles.
Yeah.
And it is, you know, and then I did the translation up. I'm like, listen, I don't correct unless I know I'm right. So we're going to multiple different levels and we're gonna check it all out.
And here's the thing, I know so many people will say Naruto or Naruto or Naruto, and it's like, I don't care.
Yeah, I do.
I don't. I really don't. I don't
It
care.
was so funny, but it was a funny like little research thing for us, like see that the different languages say it so differently,
That's
you
cool.
know,
Yeah.
because it's like French, Italian,
Oh,
Japanese.
Yeah. For
And
sure.
Naruto.
Yeah. Oh, Naruto.
There's certain things like Naruto. I don't like. I'll say
Row with
Naruto,
its star.
Sasuke.
Well, someone did say in one area, I can't remember what it was. They said Sasuke.
Sasuke.
Yeah, but that's so wrong.
Oh yeah.
Because Sasuke is a very common term.
The U is
Yeah.
silent,
It's-
guys.
That was what Ninja Warrior was originally called.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, and then
Was Sasuke?
Yeah.
The Ninja Warrior was called Sasuke.
before it was Ninja Warrior and American Ninja Warrior, the original show was.
What does it
Sasuke.
mean, Sasuke?
Ninja.
That's what it means. Okay.
I believe.
that's
Don't quote me
cool.
on that. Don't quote me on that. I
will-
could be
Don't
wrong.
look it up right now.
I'll quote him on that.
because
Yep,
I
quote it.
could be wrong on that.
Recording him.
Don't quote me
T-shirt.
on that.
Quoting. T-shirt.
Quote me on that.
Don't quote me on
Sasuke.
that.
But
It'll just be Dave's
like
face.
there's
Don't quote
certain
me on
things
that.
like Ichiko I'll say correctly, like the Akatsuki.
How else would you say Ichigo?
Because some people say
Like where have you heard it incorrect? I'm just wondering.
nobody.
Oh, okay.
But like the Akatsuki.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a kid, a lot of people would call it the Akatsuki. And
Yeah,
you're
I
like,
get it.
Katsuki.
Well, because that's how it's spelled.
That's how it's spelled.
Is it really?
Well, my
Well, Japanese things you
And
cannot
it's the
pronounce.
but
Akatsuki.
even my name, if you pronounce all the letters, it's not the way it actually sounds in Italian. So it's different. In English, we sound out almost all the letters until we start
Yeah.
throwing
But
in our silence.
it's a fascinating thing because when I was a kid and Naruto was coming out, like literally each week we would watch the new episode airing. Every single person I knew called it Naruto.
That's right, kids. We had to wait a whole week before the next episode
Every-
came out. We could not just binge watch
Now-
anything.
Same thing with Dragon Ball.
Not
Yep.
Boo.
not one person out of everybody I knew, and a lot of anime fans, not one said Naruto. Like nobody over enunciated, nobody did the Japanese pronunciation. Every single person walking just called it Naruto. And then the younger
Man,
generations,
Things when they're all wrong.
and then the younger generation came on and like, actually, it's pronounced. It's like, whatever.
It's not.
Man.
It's not
Whatever.
pronounced that way. You youngins don't know anything. These are the real anime experts over here. I'm just a casual.
I would say Dave would be like S level. I'm like B
S-
plus.
S tier?
Yeah, S. I'm big B plus B.
BB tier.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
put myself
And
as a comfortable
the sad
C.
part is,
Yeah, you're a C.
I'll put
C
myself
plus. C
casual.
plus.
The
C
sad
for
part is-
casual.
Yeah, that's it.
as you watch more anime, you realize Naruto's like, it's okay.
I
And it gets,
still-
yeah.
like
surprised
there are
how
just
popular it
certain
became.
there are like anything, right? You have your certain filler episodes and certain seasons that are not as good, and then you have seasons like
That's
the pain,
anime.
like
That's
the
just
pain
anime.
season.
All of
That's
Shippuden.
great.
It's just anime.
All of
for you.
Shippuden's terrible.
No, it's not true. Incorrect.
Eh.
The pain series is
The
fantastic,
pain ones,
and the war itself is
Okay. No,
pretty
terrible.
solid. I like the end. I don't like the end of it when it gets way over the top. I like the need they have to fight together. Some of the combinations. Some of the sacrifices that are made, some main characters that get killed.
yeah.
You know, I like
so
that. how it brings that together.
if you watch the opening series to what it becomes, it was very starkly different from like a Dragon Ball Z or like
way
or
different.
like an over the top.
It was a
power-
lot more
power
story driven
scaling.
than like
and
Dragon
then you
Ball
get
Z.
to Shippuden, and it's all just about who has the bigger, stronger jutsu. That's it. It really became who can make the bigger boom.
But
where
they
it wasn't-
still had good strategy though. Like so,
Not
if you
really.
watch the pain fight, there's multiple different strategies put in place to try to take each different version of him out. It's not just 6,
Correct.
Hadoukens or whatever it is that they're using.
No, but
Kamehameha,
but
whatever.
if you compare it to the
It's always
earlier
Street
fights,
Fighter, I'm
if you
thinking.
compare it to the earlier fights from Naruto, the strategy's not as good. It's not as well thought out. It's really not.
Yeah, because instead of thinking weapons and movements as much of thinking, like you said,
Nothing caught me off
which
guard.
ninjutsu are you going to use?
Nothing caught me off guard. And in the original show, there were things that I was like, oh, I didn't see that coming. Where when you watch Shippuden, you're like, yep, saw that coming. Yep, saw that coming.
Now, to stick with technique, I was watching briefly. Did you see the recent episode of The Karate Nerd, Jesse?
What was the recent one?
It was a new style that he's following, new to me. It looked like capoeira, but it wasn't. There was an interesting name to it, and I'd never seen, like they did flips and then they did the rolling kicks like you would do in capoeira, but it was a different. It was a different style reference, and they wore traditional karate gear. So I wasn't sure. I couldn't remember
Was
the name.
it
That's why I wasn't
tricking?
sure. No, it wasn't tricking. It wasn't tricking.
I did just watch.
Are we not subscribed to Jesse the Karate Nerd on Kickin' and Crocs?
I did just
should
watch. I did just watch.
It's a good episode.
I
so
did just
far,
watch
but I forgot
Sensei
the name.
Seth's episode where he had
Trying
Sonda,
to find the episode.
Okay.
and I was like, oh, that's cool. I've been following Sonda China for like ever.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
And did they train together?
He was at the Sonda Championships in the United States.
That's cool. Oh, okay. That's awesome. I'm trying to, as we're talking, I'm trying to see if I can look it
Because
up.
his latest video was with Master Ken.
No, it wasn't that one. Let me see. I'm gonna have it. I have it in my history. Because
Proof that karate is Wing Chun? How far back are we going here? Because that was a whole
Taido?
month ago.
Oh, is this older?
Taido.
Yeah, I had never heard of it
Taido.
before. So I mean the short for it came up today, but maybe it's older.
Oh yeah. Well, sometimes you'll get older things in your
Got
yeah,
it.
the
Got
YouTube,
it.
the
on your home.
Yeah, but
page.
I've never heard of it, Taido, but it works
Taido.
almost like capoeira, right? Where
see,
they
yeah.
roll a little bit.
Yeah, a
like
little
some
bit.
of that,
Rolls
yeah.
into like a cartwheel kick type deal.
Up to a little bit like it.
Interesting. It was interesting. I'm
Well,
like,
that's-
okay.
So Sensei Seth did the Sonda video,
He did.
and I
He
was
did.
super. I've loved following Sonda, so I'm like, wow, that's pretty great that he got in there and.
Tried that out.
Well, he didn't. He did a little sparring with one of the guys that was competing, but it was neat.
That is pretty neat.
It's the fighting aspect of wushu.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So like the reason I knew about it was because I read that book American Shaolin.
Oh, cool.
So when he trained at the Shaolin Temple, that's what the book's about. He spent a portion of it training the wushu, like the movements, and he spent a portion of his time there training the Sanda. And then he did a Sanda match.
And this was who?
The book American
In
Shaolin.
the
Got
book
it,
American
okay.
Shaolin,
What's his name? Matt Poley.
Okay.
Awesome book, by the way. If anybody that's listening is interested in a martial
Great
arts
book.
book.
He's written three great martial arts books.
If you remember, put it in the description. If not, no big deal. You can
But yeah.
listen to this over and over again.
But that's
I
how
can
I
put a
found
link
it. And
to
then
it,
and then there's an
remember.
Instagram account called Sanda China, and it's just the Sanda training in China, and it's like it's neat because they do a lot of cool drills. They do a lot of like, and it's just cool to watch. So.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys
They also
had a
do ring
cool-
training too, like our agility
Nice.
video.
Like our agility video that we just put out, intermediate.
Well, I was going to
agility
say,
video.
actually, the agility video you guys just put out is great. I love
rings,
the
yeah.
even like the ring work, super simple, not difficult, but really nice. I think it'll really build out,
See,
develop the
we
pivoting.
say super simple and not difficult. I did it with some of my adults, and they're like,
Oh,
Now, what
they
was it?
trip me
Was
up.
it the double one in the turn?
it was the last. It was the last. No, not even.
pop turn.
It was just the.
Wasn't that the last one?
The
that
double.
was the last one.
They were literally just having trouble with a
double shift?
With a double shift.
Just okay. If you don't know what we're
Double
talking about,
shift
by the way,
switch.
listeners, they have to go watch the video.
You have
It's
to go
on
watch the
YouTube.
video. But
We'll
yeah,
link it down in the
switch,
description.
jump.
but if you're
pivot?
not if
Okay.
you're not used to like that style
if you're not
footwork,
used to
if
that
you're,
kind
like,
of-
And did
very
you work your
beginnery-
way into it like you did before on the video, where it's like you just did the in and out, and then
Yeah,
you did
yeah,
in
yeah.
and switch out? Okay. Huh.
Yeah, well,
Yeah. No, that's cool though, because if they had difficulty with it, that's a good thing, because that
it's
means now it's
intermediate.
more to work on.
yeah,
More to
it's
work
not a
on.
beginner. It's intermediate. You know, it's.
No, there's a beginner video from like 17 years ago that we did. That
Yep, we were doing Kickin' and Crocs back when I was like
About 17
eight,
years
eight
ago.
years old.
Seriously. Oh my goodness. Feels like it sometimes. Like 'cause
No,
you're-
no,
you-
it was over the summertime. It was in July, I believe.
Oh man, that's funny.
that's what he
I
got.
like
Crocs.
it. Yeah, exactly. Seriously. And then you had your was the cross roundhouse the technique of the week.
Yep.
That was
cool
yeah.
too. One of my favorite combos, super simple.
Roundhouse
You know,
cross?
because everyone a lot
Roundhouse
of time folks are expecting the jab, but you come out with the cross first, and then the roundhouse as they back up a little.
You reverse it though. It was a roundhouse cross.
Yes.
Oh, it was a roundhouse first. I'm sorry.
Roundhouse cross,
Roundhouse cross. Still,
It was a roundhouse
Classic
cross.
karate
Classic
combo.
karate combo.
I like it.
I was just watching Wonder Boy did a workout video,
Yeah.
and he did his pad work, and you could see it pop up in his pad work a couple times. And I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah, roundhouse cross?
It's actually on our, it's on our curriculum too.
Yeah.
It's on our school's curriculum too, and it's
Well,
it's
his
any
style
karate
is also
school I think
Kempo,
is
right? His
correct.
style is
Yeah.
also Kempo. So we're going to see a lot of similarities between us and them.
Correct.
That's
But they're a little bit more stricter Kempo, right? They're less mixed. I mean, their sparring naturally is going to be mixed because he's a professional fighter and they do a lot of professional fighter camps
Yeah, it's very similar.
I think they'll have more leg kicks than we train on. Most likely, we don't do a lot of that.
It's similar. It's very it's all very similar.
Cool. I mean, his style. I mean, it looks like it. He's got the wider stances. His approaches are.
Yeah.
He has the lunging jabs. in
Actually, he's
there. I
actually
mean,
more bladed than we are.
Yeah.
I find. But
Yeah.
Well, you know, he uses the heel more
he's got
when he's throwing it. It's more flat footed. You saying bladed as far as like psychics?
no.
no.
Bladed stance is in like.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah,
like
yeah.
fully
Sorry.
bladed
Yeah,
this
yeah,
way.
yeah.
So
Turn
that,
the
like,
stances.
Yeah, he
turn
doesn't
more.
square up as much.
Correct.
Yeah.
He's
No,
a
yeah,
more
because that's
bladed
just his
stance.
style, you know, and he does a good job with it, man.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
the number 5 UFC welterweight in the world.
He's
so.
got a tough fight. Actually, fight you next week.
Yes. No.
Correct. Well, we won't be.
We won't be here.
So,
We'll be at
at
Master Paul Prendergast's Christmas party.
That's actually really cool.
but maybe we watch it like the next day. I don't know. We'll have to figure something out.
We'll have to just avoid all spoilers. I
Or
guess.
bust out. Well, maybe I'll just bring my iPad instead of
I was gonna say.
We're going to be at the party. All we're going to do is just sit standing around talking, you know, maybe play some pool. But other than that, you know.
I should just set it up.
See
and
if we
watch
can
right
log
there.
it.
But,
Oh no, you know what you do? You bring in an Amazon Fire Stick and just plug it into the local TV down there. He's like,
We could.
You
I don't
could.
think he would mind.
but so we were looking up
All
the
he would
betting.
just say is just don't mess up my stuff. That's all he'll say.
He's got a very
And if we do it on you.
he's got a very
Exactly.
or Rob.
tough fight.
Rob.
He's fighting Shavkat Rachmanov. So we were looking up the odds today.
Was this the fight that was supposed to happen? They got canceled? Or is
No.
it-
No.
Shavkat. Is that the one that just bought Usman?
No,
No.
No, that's Hamzat. That's Hamzat.
it's Hamza.
Hamzat, yeah.
Shavkat is very, very good. Up and
Is
coming.
it another Khabib guy?
Very yes.
They are pumping out stars.
That's
From the
great. and all,
Khabib
So we looked
but
up-
I'm starting to
so
get
we
a little
looked
like,
up-
come on, man.
we looked
What
at the betting
other
odds.
people?
They got to be better.
We looked at the
They gotta
betting
be-
odds.
You're right. You're right.
I feel Wonder Boy is a crazy underdog for this fight.
Well, because
Yeah,
we know he's going to
because-
wrestle him, and that's Wonder Boy's
Crazy
kryptonite
underdog.
is wrestling.
So
I know. And you would think at this point, you know, Wonder Boy would have been the grandmaster of
Takedown
like
defense.
stuffing. Yeah, like stuffing
Oh,
the
you know-
defense.
you know what
and he
though?
does a good job.
You know
yeah.
what though?
Job it is.
If you-
They're
if you-
just so good.
But these guys are the
No,
best.
but
at
if you
their-
look it up,
what they do.
If you look it up, Wonder Boy has a crazy good takedown defense
He does.
percentage.
His percentage is great.
But you're comparing like
It still can't be 100%.
yeah,
I
but
got it.
he fought against like the people that were taking him down were like all title contenders or in the top 5.
Yeah, the
Or,
best in
like-
the world.
All
yeah.
they have to
best in
do
the
is
world.
just take him down.
But they were all
once,
people that and they're all people that have been
he has a lot of
wrestling.
trouble getting back up.
Well, they're all people that have been wrestling since they were like
3.
right. So it's the same reason why when people stand on their feet with him, they don't, you know, no matter how
They
long.
know he picks them apart.
Like, but they picked up striking for the
I don't know
last
if you
10
know
years.
this,
He's been
Khabib-
striking since he was like 4.
I don't know if you know this. Khabib now has incorporated his training into daycares. So when
Cool.
the kids are 2.5, they start training UFC already.
You know, I honestly
Think that's
I
true.
would believe that. Yep, I
You know,
would,
isn't
I
it
would not be
interesting?
surprised
So
that was the case.
who has
Oh,
who is
man,
this says
that's never too early to start.
I forget which fighter was having
training.
that conversation about it, but he was like, "Oh, Sean Strickland." Sean Strickland was like, "If there was more money in MMA, every title would be held by an American." He's like, "But there's not enough money in it."
Really, he thinks that way. Huh?
That's his full thought.
But it's interesting though
Because-
because they can make money from the popularity that UFC brings.
Well, they have to build
not
that
compared,
in a
but
different
not
way.
compared to like.
They can't
Other
build
So
it just by
so
winning.
that was the conversation. Is that
You can't do that in this day and age. You
not
can't
compared to
become
like
popular just by winning.
not compared to like you know how many freak athletes are in the NFL,
So
and
many.
a base level NFL player makes
Too much.
way
money.
more, way more than the
the
UFC
third
fighter.
stringers.
Yeah, the third
It's
string.
still six figures at least.
The third
And
string.
does the
You can be a third
NFL
string quarterback and still
Quick
make more
question,
than a champion.
Quick question, because I don't know
Never
a
have
lot
to
about
play.
football. Does football, as a professional sport, have the least amount of games in a season?
Ooh, that's a good
I
question.
don't
Find
know.
out. I
Like when
haven't
compared to
looked stuff up.
baseball's, I think what like
Baseball
in the
never
70s.
ends. Baseball never ends. It just goes and goes.
But it
and
does,
goes
right?
and goes
In
and
the
goes.
70s, and I think soccer has a pretty extensive.
I don't think
like,
hockey's that long.
Summer. I don't know.
I don't
Like
think hockey's that
professional
long.
seasons. Like I know basketball's got long seasons. Basketball, professional, like NBA basketball, has a long season.
Yeah, I mean maybe. I don't know, but you have a lot of freak athletes that go into other sports because there's money.
I know there's conversations around why football seasons can't last that long just from the hits and the.
Oh
whatever,
yeah,
so
no,
you
do I think they
can't.
should?
No, yeah. I'm just. I don't know what. It just made me.
I'm
think,
not a
like,
fan of ultra long seasons anyway. Like
I
it's
mean,
just-
they
it's
start
too much.
training in the summer. Their seasons start. What is it? August. That
Something
ends in
like that.
February.
Oh, what, football?
It's
No,
August
football
to
starts in
February, right?
September.
Isn't there pre? Like,
We'll do a preseason, but
yeah,
the
in
actual season
August.
starts in September.
September to February. Okay, that's
It's
there.
either it's. I think
Is it squash? It's
No.
squash, isn't it?
no.
Tennis, pickleball.
I'm
Pickleball.
finding a bunch of different things. I'm
pickleball.
finding like
That had the most or the least
NBA,
amount?
at least.
Okay.
NBA has a pretty short season. Hockey does have short seasons, and the NFL has a pretty short season too. The longest is soccer.
Yeah, it's like all year.
That's all year round.
Never stops.
Then baseball is also up there as well for being the longest. But yeah, I think like NBA and NHL and NFL are all kind of close together, at least as far as being the shortest.
Nice. The U.S. and Canada-based sports makes sense. Okay, good.
It's the shortest attention span.
Exactly. They're like, no, we're good. We're done. We're good. But shouldn't you play some more? No.
I mean, although
We're
you know
finished.
the XFL, Dwayne Johnson's.
Are they doing
Football
anything
company.
with that again? or
They
no?
are.
Yeah,
They've been
they've
playing.
been,
They.
yeah. Oh, it's-
they
it's-
you want to know when
It's
they play?
games are being
They
televised.
play when the
They
NFL
play
is not
when
playing.
the NFL is done. So literally,
Oh.
if you want to watch football all year round, you can. It's just
Yeah.
the NFL is, it's not the NFL. It's the XFL.
I didn't know they started it. I know. They
Oh
were talking
yeah.
I was interested in checking it out. The rules are slightly different. I was interested in kind of maybe checking it out just so I have a sport to watch.
Okay.
on the
What?
NFL
What?
stuff.
When? So it
just
starts
watch
right in
fighting.
March. It starts right
I
in
watch
March.
fighting too. I believe so. Let me find out.
So they've
I'm
had
a phone.
2 or
Give me
3
some
seasons back.
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. You guys brought it up. I wasn't sure.
Maybe they're 2 seasons in. I don't know. All the names of the teams are weird.
I was gonna
don't know.
say,
It
what are they
freaks me out.
teams? Are there teams by state again though? Is it like
Yeah.
the New York something and the?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Interesting.
Yeah, no, they literally start on March 30th.
Yeah, right after a
Yep,
month
right
after.
Yep,
the
month
Super
after the
Bowl.
NFL is
Okay.
over.
Good.
They jump
That's
right
smart.
into it.
It's smart, not competing like
Oh,
directly.
you wouldn't. They wouldn't compete well against the NFL.
The XFL is also merging with the USFL, which was another spring football league, way smaller, way more obscure.
Okay.
But they're going to be bringing those athletes into the XFL. So they'll have the
How many wrestlers are playing?
They'll have the Rock money.
Yeah.
They'll have the Rock money.
Rock money. Are they? Do they have entrance music? And
I mean, all football
is it by
teams
individual
technically-
player though?
All the home teams have entrance.
Needs
music
to be
when
by
they come
individual
out.
player.
I mean, at the Giants Jets games, they had a couple of Giants players come out individually.
Are
by
they doing
themselves.
on-field interviews where they have to like trash
Doing
talk you
promos
to the-
and stuff
yeah,
like that?
trash talk
You
to the
just wanna
team.
see-
We're gonna get you, brother.
You just want to see more pro wrestling brought up to football.
Absolutely right.
Nope.
Yes, as much
Definitely not.
as much drama as
There's,
possible.
there's already too many people that think that it's fixed. If you were to bring in
As
more
much
Roman
drama as
wrestling, they
possible.
would immediately say that it's all storylines.
I want Rick. I want Ric Flair to be one of the coaches. Yeah. Woo! We just scored a touchdown.
The Cincinnati Woos.
I like that.
Cincinnati woos.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, so you could do that. Yeah, you bring a couple cool names in. Yeah, I like it. You can help with the names, Steve. I'm sure they're better than the names that are out there now.
I mean,
I didn't even know it was open. They're not advertising well. Rocky may want to advertise a little better. I follow WWE and they follow football, and we know nothing about the XFL.
No, yeah, WWE
I mean-
doesn't do anything as far as advertising.
Well, yeah, I don't think.
'Cause
Yeah,
they're not in partnership with The Rock at all.
Yeah.
There's
No,
that stuff. The Rock
they're
just
they're a
shows up
guy the
randomly.
Rock knows.
No, but he had to have
Shows up
taken
randomly
it
when he wants to.
from. He took it from Vince McMahon though, because it was Vince's
It was.
child.
He
there,
bought it from him.
you know. So I'm sure there could have been crossover of some type, but they needed it in the
If it had been
sale.
Vince McMahon owning it, then absolutely.
Yeah,
We've
yeah,
had
yeah.
Stone Cold Steve Austin run out and put a stunner on the quarterback. He's trying to-
He's the announcer, and if you
Those that
he just stuns all the other announcers that aggravate him.
I just love I
Stone
love
Cold.
moves like the stunner where you're like, I don't understand how it hurts the person that he's
Oh,
stunning.
come on! Like
but-
we
It
talked
just-
about.
No, it's just
What was
it's all the way that
Santino's?
they
What
sell
was
it.
Santino's move?
The Cobra.
The Cobra. Like that's literally you poke someone in the eye with your finger, and they would drop to the ground and
No,
and
you're
pass out.
forgetting the Cobra sock. that they
Oh,
put on
I don't
them.
forget because Luca does it every other
Yeah,
week.
but isn't that
Loves
just
it.
Mick Foley's Sacco puppet?
Yes.
Oh, they
No,
actually-
no. Sacco is actually different.
It's the mandible claw.
Mick Foley jams the freaking.
Sacco is a
hands.
submission
yeah,
move.
yeah, your
The
thumb.
okay.
other one is a strike.
Oh,
Come
I
on.
apologize.
Come on, get it right.
Yeah, but
Be correct.
like the Stone Cold Stunner,
BWC
he's
wrestling
literally landing on his coccyx bone.
Yeah, it's
And, like,
it's an
it
attempt
is-
at a jawbreaker. That's all it is. It's an attempt
But,
at
like-
It's literally. I
jawbreaker.
know.
I don't understand. Like,
You don't need to understand
Maybe
it.
the whole point
None
is that
of it's
the
gonna ever
guy's,
make
like,
sense.
jaw is smashing down into his shoulder as he's doing
If he
it.
did it
Like,
correctly.
suppose as he's well cushioned.
Yeah, and it lets him go like 10 minutes before he actually drops to the ground. Well, it's no different
No,
than
man, The Rock is the best.
it's no
at
different.
selling those.
Well, they used to have bets on who can sell it the most, and The Rock, they would say, "You're not going to do that." The Rock's like, "Oh, you want to
Oh,
see?"
I want to do it.
So he's like doing
And
backflips
then
and
he did it.
rolling
I
over the
gotta
ropes.
Show you some videos
Well, no,
of
no,
him.
no,
They're
no, no,
great.
crazy.
They're
So-
great.
No,
on
no.
the sale.
I have seen every time The Rock was stunned. Remember, I
They're
watched
awesome.
wrestling
No, yeah.
up until
Bacon Manty.
like
Bacon Manty, Triple H had long hair.
about when
Back
when
in the
The
day,
Rock, about when The Rock
Hogan
left.
was still champion.
No,
The
DX.
Undertaker was still able
Yeah,
to wrestle.
the basically
watched
like towards the end
all
of the
the
Attitude
Attitude
Era.
Era. I watched-
He really did
No,
watch
no,
Triple H had
no,
long
no.
hair.
I watched all the Attitude Era, the entire like. I had a
So
vodka
you
water
stopped
bottle.
basically
I
when
stopped
John
right-
Bradshaw, JBL became champion, which is when everybody left because it was so boring.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right
like
away.
when John Cena
Hey, man,
was trying
John
to
Cena
save
beat
it.
him.
I stopped. No, before that, I stopped before John Cena was even like a big name.
Got it. So
He was
Kurt Angle was just wrapping
Kurt
up.
Angle.
Yeah.
Kurt Angle was like in my. I watched.
Yeah.
I loved Kurt Angle.
He was fantastic.
I loved Kurt Angle. Loved DX. Original DX too.
Yeah,
It was
yeah, yeah.
when- before it was the DX Army and they did that whole thing.
Yeah, it was
With the
just
tank.
it was just Triple H, China, and HBK. that
Triple
was it.
H, China, and HBK was my favorite.
Yeah.
Heartbreak Kid. Shawn Michaels.
Listen, still when he threw Marty Jannetty through the barbershop glass, nobody expected that. That was the first true
Heel
bad
turn.
guy turn
Heel turn.
that like settled,
Like-
right? Oh yeah, I mean
so,
you had
like-
bad guys, you had the
so, like,
Demolition and the
all-
Road
all-
Warrior,
I
but
watched-
they were the true
I watched
turn.
all of that. I watched when Triple H went from being Triple H to being the game.
Well, went from Hunter Hearst Helmsley
To
to
Triple
Triple H,
H. Yeah,
which,
first
which
he had,
was
like,
the
this
game. Yeah,
King of Kings persona.
And
Yeah.
then
And then he turned into the game, which was way better.
and
Yeah.
then yeah.
but you needed the transition from all. Well, again,
And when X Pac and Kane somehow became like a
Xbox and
a thing.
X-Pac.
Xbox.
Xbox.
X Pac.
Yeah, X-Pac, yeah.
The Xbox.
Well, 1, 2, 3 Kid originally.
1, 2, 3 Kid
That was
originally.
funny watch because everyone watches any match early for that character, and you're like, "There's a jobber, right? The next Brooklyn Brawler.
Yeah.
He's gonna never make it big." And somehow they found a way with the Razor Ramon character to get this kid over.
yo.
Yeah, hey, yo. To get this kid over, and
yo.
he was awesome. They had so many funny skits that would
Yep.
never make it past the drawing room floor now because everybody would get offended with some of the things they had him do, like basically like discount women
Yep.
and discount even this, like ravishing Rick
Listen,
Rude.
listen.
You couldn't see half of the stuff he says
Do you remember
on the
Val
air now.
Venus?
Well, that was the Val Venus was the
That would never-
B rank ravishing Rick Rude.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But that was like the generation I watched in,
Mm.
and then I just lost interest at a certain point.
It did. It went.
It became
Yeah.
hard
For many
to
years,
watch,
it
and
just
then, I was
stayed
like,
with it.
and then I just never got dragged back in.
Yeah, I think when
It
they
just never
started,
brought me back.
I think when they started showing openly that there was a difference in the characters and the actors is when people started stepping away. Like in regular interviews, you're just like, oh yeah, so we had a good show, and that's when. Because back in the Attitude Era and prior, when you're getting interviewed, or
you're in character.
You're always character. Always.
Shawn Michaels is always Shawn Michaels.
All
always
the time.
HBK.
And
All the
you know who's
time.
doing that from nowadays? MJF.
Um,
Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
Who's that? I don't know who that
He's
is.
from AEW. He's the
Yeah,
AEW
I don't
champ.
watch enough of it.
We used to watch. We used to watch
He is
too.
the only wrestler from like. Well, maybe there's some others, but like he is the only like young wrestler
that stays
every
on
interview.
character.
And
he is in character.
I remember my buddy and I
think it
Chris,
works for him.
used to watch.
It'll
So
work
we
for him.
were big into
Unless
the
that's just who he is in real
WWE.
life, I don't know.
We're big into WWE. Well, WWF, and then it became the WWE.
Yeah.
And then
World
we would
Wildlife
watch
Foundation.
ECW for Rob Van Dam.
Yep.
So that was like a big thing. We had to watch.
Yeah, Rob Van Dam was good.
Right.
Sabu, right? That's the other one. In ECW. Sabu.
I had never watched.
You never watched
ECW.
ECW.
Oh
It
no,
was probably
Sandman. You
that
didn't know
was
any
way
of
before
those
my
guys?
But
time.
ECW,
Taz. Oh
I
my
know
god.
I know all the wrestlers that
But
came from ECW.
ECW was probably dissolved by the time he was.
Well, ECW had merged with WCW and WWE by that point. To
Oh.
WWF, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
to form WWE.
No,
Those
no,
three
no, no.
companies merged.
WWE, I think, was already WWE before the merger.
Oh, did they return to WWE? Before
The only reason they did it is because they got sued
Yeah.
by the World Wildlife
The
Foundation.
World Wildlife Federation.
How funny! World Wildlife Foundation sued them because like we had
They had the
the
name.
WWF.
They said the name.
and
first.
they're like it's like no, we're making a boat ton of money now, so
And
now
you're
you're suing us.
trying to, yeah.
We've had it for
Yeah.
25 years. You've never said
yeah, it
anything.
was crazy.
And
When I
now,
remember reading about it, going, "Wait a minute."
what?
But they've been around forever. How
know.
is it- they've coexisted for.
And they've been public, national, and globally forever. Now you come
Right,
after
right,
them,
right.
and it's because I don't know if it was because the direction they were going with the.
Content.
They were
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
we want to separate out
Yeah,
our.
we want nothing to
right
do with you.
away.
We
Yeah.
want nothing to do with this attitude.
Our
era.
wildlife is not your wildlife.
See,
Two
that's-
very different things.
That's why we got to
you know?
keep because we don't want Crocs on us. And they're like, we want nothing to do with you.
Yeah, we got to
Yeah,
keep it.
they're very family friendly. We're
Keep
very
it
family
clean.
friendly.
Yeah,
So
that's works for us.
let's steer this trip a little bit back to
We're almost
we've
out of
been
time.
we've been opening Jibbitz the last couple of
Yeah,
days.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
Yeah,
let's
we have
let's
been.
let's do a quick review. Bring that calendar over here.
Do it.
Let's do a little quick weekend review.
Let's
We've
do a
done
little-
8
Well,
days.
well, do the
Today was-
kind
the
of
day
talk
that- the
into
day that we're
like, who
recording
gave
is
it to
day 8.
us, all that good stuff.
The day
Oh,
we
yeah.
already talked. The day that we
We broke that down a couple of
all
times.
right.
day
so let's
that
go
we
with this.
Let's go.
recorded
So-
this was day 8. So by the time you guys are listening to it, it's day 10.
Right. By the time you listen to it, it's day 10. But
So there's 2 gibbets that we're not going to be able to talk about right now because we haven't seen it
right.
yet.
But so the first one we got was this Marvel Jibbit, and I like it because it's fabric, like a patch.
I thought you said that.
Fabric.
Very fabricated.
So I like the Jibbit.
Love it.
I like that it's feels like a patch you would put on a uniform.
It does actually. That's true. It's the same material.
It's solid.
The second one is a Ninja Turtles gibbet where it has each of the turtles
like fist bumping.
fist bumping together,
Right.
and,
And it
it's
says
in a circle.
It
and
says
has,
power,
yep, power,
spirit,
unity, I believe,
unity.
and pizza.
It could
And
be
pizza.
a dojo patch.
It could have been
It's
Dr. Patrick.
solid. The third one,
Is an
Upside down.
Ewok.
it's an Ewok.
There he is.
We love the Ewoks.
Which how could you not like an Ewok?
Done.
They're the best.
Ewok.
They're the best.
The next one is Patrick Star. From
Switching
Patrick
going from
Star.
Star Wars to
to
Starfish.
Starfish.
So it's Patrick Star from Star Wars.
And then we go
It's
more.
SpongeBob. I got it.
He's
we
the main
go-
character. Patrick's the main character in Star Wars. if you
Yes.
haven't seen it.
Revenge of the.
That's not true.
Revenge of
Revenge
the,
of the Squidward.
Starfish.
Revenge of the Squidward.
And then I'm not. So it's a Grim Reaper. It's got to be from a video game, I would assume.
it might be. We'll have to ask her.
Yeah.
So
Because Charity and her daughter Lily, although I think she said Lily handpicked all.
so
the
let me
gibbets herself.
explain this one. This one's metal, right?
It's made of metal. Yeah, the
It's
Reaper
made of
one is
metal. It's pretty cool. But here's the thing. So Danielle, who runs Spartan Race with us,
Yes.
and whose son is also
She should be a guest on the podcast.
she's her son's also a student of ours. She comes into the school on Tuesday or Wednesday, and she's like, that last Jibbit that the Grim Reaper one, the metal one, I almost want to buy Crocs just to get that Jibbit. 'Cause
Really?
Yeah, like she liked it a lot.
Does she listen to the podcast?
You know where
I
this
don't know if
might.
she listens to the podcast, but she definitely follows on it.
Should we gift it to her? What do you think?
She follows us
you
on
know where
Instagram.
this would look good, right? Either on those sparkly Crocs that you didn't buy, you almost bought, or on the new crocodile Crocs you got. That would actually look good on it.
Yeah, but if Danielle wants it, should we gift it to her?
No.
What do you? No.
She has
you
to have a
can't.
pair of Crocs first.
Well, maybe that'll inspire her to buy a pair of Crocs. If we
You can't
give
gift
it
a
to her.
gift.
True.
That would be
I
regifting
don't
it.
think
That's
that
regifting.
Lily
She'd
would
have to.
mind.
She'd have to challenge
We
for
have
it.
20.
She would have to challenge for
We
it.
should make her involved in the video then.
She'd have to challenge for it. I
I'm up for it.
challenge
She
for
won't
that
do it.
Jibbit.
I'm up for it.
She
I'm
won't
up
do
for
it. She won't do it.
The what number are we on? Sixth
Right
Jibbit.
now, yeah, the sixth.
The sixth Jibbit Why is he?
Was,
we just
Rudolph.
gotta turn him because his butt's sticking up in the. No, oh, it's not
He's
gonna happen.
turning. No, he's turning back.
Okay.
I did
Well,
that
it's
already.
Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer.
From the claymation.
Yeah, I know
I
him
still didn't figure out what the studio was called.
Studio Ghibli.
It's not what it's called.
And then we're going back to the
Back
land
to
of-
our favorite lovable.
So from Star Wars,
sponge
we have
that lives in a
SpongeBob
pineapple
SquarePants.
from under the sea. He's not from Star Wars. Please don't confuse people.
Pretty sure he's from Star Wars.
Yeah, he looks like an extra character.
Yeah, he flies
Him and
around.
Jar Jar, isn't he Jar Jar Binks?
They're
Psychic?
the same kind of character,
Yeah.
so I wouldn't. Yeah.
Didn't he
Exactly.
fly around with Han Solo?
Yeah.
You sure?
No, he's the super supreme Sith, like Jar Jar Binks. That theory, I still say
Anyway,
is true.
and then the
Final one.
the final one that we opened as
Opened
of
it,
the filming
today, as
As
of
of the
filming.
filming.
is Groot.
Baby Groot.
Baby Groot.
That's going to be a lot of
Baby
pressure
Groot.
on Dave because Dave really wants Baby Groot for
Kelsey.
the missus.
Yeah.
So he's going to put extra effort into that Baby Groot.
Yeah, but
We're going to
Well,
put the pressure
we
on
still
you. I'm
haven't
going to make you work for
decided-
that one.
We still haven't decided if we're going to be doing a different challenge for each one. Like, haven't making like little mini challenges, or we're going to do one big challenge for all of them.
no. Well, you don't want all of them. No,
But
no.
maybe in
definitely
groups
not.
of 5.
Maybe
you
yeah.
do.
Maybe in groups of 5, or maybe we
I was
challenge
about
for
to say,
first.
like, should
maybe
we make
challenge
this
for pick
multiple
order.
videos?
We could have challenged for pick order, like
I know what you're saying.
We could do that. Whoever comes in first place chooses first, and the second place chooses second,
Yeah.
and third place chooses third.
I mean, you can make the challenges
Or anyway,
as heavy or as light as you want. It can be literally be like a roll of the an actual roll of the dice or a pick of the whoever gets high card.
Oh, it's got to
or
be something with a kick.
whatever.
It's got to be something with a kick.
it's got. Oh yeah, it's got to be with the
It
kick.
could be a deck of cards with Crocs on them. Croc cards.
It could be. No, there's tons of things we could do. It could be as simple as throw the crock up in the air and
Comment
kick
below your
Yeah.
ideas. What should we do as a challenge to find out who wins these
Throw us
gibbets?
challenges. Get some contacts and comments going. Let us know
Get
what's
some
happening.
contacts.
Yeah, contacts as
contacts.
far as get
Oz.
some more
Your
subscribers in here for
vision's
us.
terrible. Get some
My
contacts.
vision is terrible.
Get some
So,
contacts
so
so you
Nicole,
can see the content.
So segue, put it in there. No, okay.
It's not happening.
We are. Nicole had the vision surgery when she was younger, in her 20s.
Yes.
The corrective surgery, and
They
now
never last.
It lasted since at least 20 years, so that's
No,
good.
not true.
Yeah.
It's
For
false.
her. She's talking about for her.
For
No,
her,
no,
it
no,
lasted.
no, no.
Yes.
She's still married to you, so her vision can't be working that well.
Facts. So, her aunt just got it done, and she's been trying to have me get it done for years. I actually talked to Master Paul about this because he's in agreements with me, like not getting it done.
I'm not doing it either.
So Nicole's like, see, my aunt got it done. It's fantastic. She's loving it. Today she calls, my eyes are burning. And I look at Nicole, I was like, so convincing. Can't wait to sign up.
I don't do-
Bring me over that form.
So here's
and
the-
she's fine, her aunt, but it
So
was just
I've
like,
reasoned this
she's
out. I've reasoned this out
That was
before.
what she called.
I've reasoned this out before because people have asked about the LASIK
I look
thing.
right over my coffee. I was like,
I've
Sign
reasoned,
me
I've,
up.
reasoned, I've reasoned this out before because people have asked about the LASIK thing, and I'm like, because Sensei Steve, Vinatelli is Master Steve.
master.
Sorry, Master Steve Vinatelli is always,
V-Rocket.
He's like, I'm gonna get that LASIK. I'm like, listen, here's my problem with it. Here's why I won't do it. Number one, I don't do any elective surgeries because if I don't need to tamper with my body, I'm not going to. Wearing glasses doesn't bother me.
do you wear contacts? You do, right?
And I wear contacts almost exclusively when I work out.
Yep.
And when I teach, I wear contacts.
Me too.
And that doesn't bother me either. So, and then if you get LASIK, yes, it works. But there is a time frame on it.
Yes.
And then you will end up in glasses
Eventually.
anyway.
Yeah, eventually you will, yep.
So,
Like, Nicole wears glasses for reading now.
right. You're not going to laser my eye so that 20 years from now, I'm going to be right back where I was when I could just
Well,
be here now.
but you know what's so interesting, though? Cost wise, though, it ends up being a lot cheaper than buying contacts every year.
I'm sure it
Yeah,
does,
yeah, yeah.
but you haven't altered my body with contacts.
True. Very true. I mean, I'm wearing contacts also, so I'm with you. But when we priced that out, because that was, Nicole, my wife Nicole, she was like, if it's the money, don't worry about that because we'll definitely make that money back in no time. And I was like, no, it's not the money. I just don't. Same reasons. I'm not going to go through them again. Same reasons you gave pretty much.
Yeah.
I
I
had
don't
no
want my
intention
body
of doing it.
tampered with.
I'm good.
I'm
I'm
good.
fine.
Yeah. And now you wear glasses. Do you wear contacts at all?
Nope.
Ever?
Nope.
You still wear goggles when you're sparring?
Yes.
The goggles, yep. The
Yes.
sports goggles are
I
great.
have the rec specs.
He wears a scuba helmet.
Exactly.
Actually.
Yep. You
Sure
know
do.
that explains a lot.
With the oxygen tank and everything.
That explains why your head's always so bobbly when you take it off. I get it. Just the weight. Strong neck muscles though. Strong neck muscles.
He wears. It's just like that character from Star Wars lives in that.
Pineapple under the sea.
Yeah.
No. He's talking about Squidward.
Yeah, has a little scuba.
It's not a scuba.
No.
It's
No, who's in the diver's helmet? Isn't it the squirrel?
no, she lives in a dome.
Somebody lives in the
No, but
diver's
she has a
helmet.
diver's helmet.
Well, she wears the suit.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
she
but there's
was-
somebody. There's somebody who lives in a diver's helmet.
But
Lives
plankton? Is
in
it plankton?
the helmet. I don't remember.
I'm gonna find out.
I know there's parts in I think the intro or something where they're coming out of a diver's helmet.
There's
I
a
don't
diver's
know.
helmet in the intro. You're
But
right.
I don't
Yeah.
think they live in it. Yeah.
We're
Well,
living up on it.
anyway.
Under the sea.
We are way off kilter now.
We sure are.
We are transitioning between very poorly, by the way,
I
between
have
SpongeBob and
I
Star
have
Wars.
several title options for this episode.
Yeah, true. It's true.
Well,
I
if
think
you
I know
haven't
which one I'm gonna go
already, like and subscribe.
Share with your friends. Share.
5-star reviews.
We want to get to that magic 1,000 number.
1,000 subscribers is the goal. But first, we have to do this
1,000.
outro correctly.
And you stay kicking, internet.
Cut off.
Right?
Go for it.
That's the.
Like, subscribe, 5 stars, all that good stuff.
No, that's it. It's over now.
Comfort
That's the
mode.
episode.
Yeah.
You finished it. No,
I've been Steve.
all the graphics going to be like flying through.
Exactly. Randomly, like, should I be here? Come back. No. Oh man, I love it. All right, Steve, close us out for real. Let's go. So everybody knows.
I'm using that as the ending.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Who are you though? You gotta say.
I'm using it as the ending. That's it. It's over.
I'm
It
Steve.
ended.
I've been Nick, I guess.
Am I Dave? Longest outro ever.
Bye, everybody.